Hello, boys and girls. So it's Mrs. Reyes again. And so we're going to be talking about comprehension questions right now. So in our comprehension questions, we're going to look at let's look at the directions first. So we're going to kind of make this a little bit bigger. We're going to zoom in a little bit more. Let's do, that should be good. All right, so it says to please use the story, The Trial of Cardigan Jones, and correctly respond to the following questions. Now remember to answer each question with a capital letter, complete sentence, and a correct punctuation. Remember that the purpose of the assignment is to help you comprehend the story better. The assignment should not be rushed. Take your time, look up the answers to each question using the story, and write your answer neatly. Remember using two hands when you write, one hand to hold, the other hand to do the writing. And remember, neat printing. So, why does Cardigan go smell the pie in Mrs. Brown's window? So, that's question number one. So, I would go to that page in the story, The Trial of Cardigan Jones, and I would figure out, well, why does he smell the pie? And it tells you right there on the page that Cardigan loves pies. So, I'm going to try to write as neatly as I can using this. And I'm going to write Cardigan, not letting me write. It's just delay. So in any case, if I was to write this, I would want to write it like really carefully. Maybe I'll just come back over here. All right. I'm not going to be able to model it for you because it won't let me write on top of it, but it's just being temperamental. But if I was going to write this out, I would simply say, Cardigan goes to smell the pie in Mrs. Brown's window because he loves pie. And I would write that as a complete sentence. Now, on the paper that you guys are using, I have that as an example for you already. So you know exactly what it looks like. But I'm just giving you kind of a rundown of what I'm expecting for this assignment. And then as we work on number two, we're asking with number two, well, why did the police arrest Cardigan? So look at that page and what was it about Cardigan? What did they find? Or what are they thinking in regards to the reason why they need to arrest him? There's some proof on him that makes him look guilty. I'm not going to say proof, evidence is the better word. And then the next one is during the trial, Cardigan bumped into a statue and it fell to the ground. So, what word does the author use to help the reader imagine the sound of that statue when it hit the ground? There is a sound that's used in the story. What is that word? Remember, complete sentences. We don't want to just write that one word down. We want to write it in complete sentences. And I want to know, does the judge think that Cardigan stole the pie? So think about the judge and think about things that he says and think about his actions and tell me what you think. Do you think the judge thinks or doesn't think he stole the pie? So you can start it out by saying the judge does or doesn't think that Cardigan stole the pie, period. I think this because, and tell me, why do you think this? What evidence is in your story that supports your thinking? And then for the next one, we've got Cardigan has an ongoing problem throughout the story. What is the problem and why do you think so? So I also did this as an example for you so you can get an idea of what I'm looking for in complete sentences and in neat printing. So Cardigan's ongoing problem throughout the story is he's always bumping into things. I think this is the problem because throughout the story, he has crashed into the judge, he crashed into the statue, and we know at the end of the story that he had hit the pie with his antlers. So for number two, it says, what clues does the judge use to solve the pie mystery? How is the mystery solved? So remember, it looks like you've got two questions there. So make sure you answer both of them. Complete sentences, use your text. And then who do you think broke Mrs. Brown's vase at the end of the story and why do you think that? And last one is, what lessons do you think the townspeople learned from this experience? So just take your time with these. Again, make sure when you're writing in complete sentences and that you take your time. Appropriate capital letters, appropriate punctuation, and neat printing.